We're pretty excited about what's going on here in Iowa. One of the experts said in one of the papers yesterday that with all the endorsements I'm getting and the momentum I'm getting, that the conservatives now have a horse to ride. And what I'm saying is saddle me up, because I'm ready.
My name is Kent Barnes, and I'm from Davenport, Iowa, and I support Senator Thompson because he believes in small government, he believes in prosperity for the American people, and security for the United States. I've admired him for a long time as a public servant. I think he has the best interest of the American people at heart, and I hope he will be our next president of the United States.
Hi, I'm Lou Oswald, and I'm from Dubuque, Iowa. I've lived in Dubuque almost all my life, and I'll tell you what, I support Fred Thompson for a couple of reasons, and at least the fact that he's honest, he's got a high level of integrity, and he's going to get the job done. He's going to take our country to the next level where we need more respect. Fred's going to bring that to the United States. If you want to vote for the next president of the United States, vote for Fred Thompson. I like Fred because of what he has to say, what he's done in the past, what he does today for this campaign, and what he's willing to do tomorrow for this campaign. If I had only one other thing to say about Fred, he'll be there. He'll be there for you, he'll be there for me, he'll be there for our country.
Hi, I'm Linda Sorensen from Fort Dodge, Iowa, and I have just seen Fred Thompson, and I plan on voting for him in our caucus. I have seen Romney, Huckabee, Giuliani, Tancredo, everyone but McCain. And before I was not a supporter of Fred Thompson, but after seeing him in person and listening to what he had to say, I am very much in favor of him. Thank you.
I'm Craig Paulson. I'm an Iowa House Republican whip, and I support Fred Thompson. He's the right guy at the right time. He's correct on the issues, and I think he's going to be the next president of the United States.
Fred has impressed me tonight because he's the first one that I've heard say that he is a leader and he wants to be a leader. And with what we're going into right now, a leader is what we need. A man that can make a decision and can stand by it. A man that has the fortitude to look at the issues and make the hard decisions.
Well, I came tonight not knowing exactly what I was going to be seeing. Fred had the answers to a number of questions that I was really concerned about. Safety, immigration, every one of the issues that I had as concerns, he answered in a way that I felt very secure that he knows what he's doing and that he's going to be a good representative of our country and taking care to make sure that we're safe and that we've got a man who knows what he's doing.
Yeah, my name is Rick Stewart. I live in the Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Today was my first opportunity to see Senator Thompson in person and look him in the eye, listen to what he had to say. And I also got to ask him a question which is extremely important to me, which happens to be a question that I've had the opportunity to ask 3 other candidates who I will not name. And I finally got an answer that made sense. I asked him what % of the gross domestic product he thought the federal government should control. Today it's 18.2%. And he didn't have to think about it, didn't have to look at his notes or anything else. He said a lot less, which happens to agree with my perspective. I think the federal government should control less of our economy, and that'll actually make it a stronger economy and generate more wealth for all Americans, rich, poor, and in between. I really appreciated not only the chance to be up front, close, and looking at him about as close as I am to this camera, and have him answer the question in a way that is, I think the answer that we need to have is the federal government just needs to get a little bit smaller, and the sooner the better.
Well, I'm for Fred. I've been for Fred since I first heard him decide to run. As a matter of fact, I heard him speak a couple of times prior to announcing that he was even considering running. I said, I wish somebody would convince him to run because he's the person, I think that most right now at least, is a no BS type guy. And that's what we need, somebody that will tell us straight, somebody that isn't going to change his view depending on who he's talking to, and somebody that has America at heart. I'm not sure that all the players have America first.
I'm Les Johnson from Rockville City. I watched him on C-SPAN, on Iowa Public Television, on Hannity and Combs on Fox, and it just I was concerned most that he wasn't getting into the campaign soon enough. And when he got in, he's proven that he knew what he was doing. His campaign committee knows what they're doing. They got in with 12 months is long enough. Start with the 1st of October, roll around to the end of October, election the first week of November. That's all we need. They don't need to spend a personal fortune. I think by the end of his first term that the senator, or his honor, will have narrowed the gap between the both sides of the aisle, and maybe have some of the media come back to the center that are too far to the left. And I think that he'll, by the general election, he'll have the moderate Democrats voting for an overwhelming victory.
My name is Bill Solier. I'm former Iowa chairman for Congressman Tom Tancredo's presidential campaign. I also ran for the United States Senate myself in 2002. I am pleased to endorse Senator Thompson for President of the United States, doing so on a position of principle because the senator most closely aligns himself to my philosophy of limited federal government, being pro-life, securing our nation's borders, and taking the war to the terrorists. And it is my pleasure to wholeheartedly endorse Fred Thompson as President of the United States.